The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, at a combined weight of 472 pounds, Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler.
Here we go, and it sounds to me like the crowd is more than ready for this one.
So am I, Michael. I've been looking forward to this match for a long, long time.
And their opponents, at a combined weight of 522 pounds, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Roman Reigns and LTN Ross, The Shield.
Here he is. He says he's the guy, Roman Reigns.
And I think tonight will go a long way in proving whether or not Roman Reigns actually is the guy.
The tag team action underway here.
These superstars are about to put on a clinic in tag team competition, guys. That's how good they are.
I'm not so sure the Santa Clara crowd realizes what they're about to see with this matchup here tonight.
Starting off for the team of McIntyre and Ziggler, who were victorious last week on Raw, thanks to Roman Reigns Irish whipping Ziggler back into the ring right before the count.
Let's take a moment to talk about Roman Reigns. In a tag team, being a good partner is as important as anything else. How can he do his part tonight in this one?
This team has to be considered one of the best rising tag teams in WWE.
Oh, you can bet they know the ins and outs of that ring. I look for his team to take their adversary's smallest mistake and turn that into the biggest reason they lost this match.
Slam from Reigns forces McIntyre up.
He's got to hurry if he doesn't want to get counted out here.
Time's certainly not on his side, Michael.
The SmackDown Tag Team Championships will not be defended by the Shield at Backlash, but will still be open to keep the momentum going as defending champions. You never know when SmackDown General Manager Paige will decide to make the Shield.
Drew McIntyre fans with some reason to worry here. This tag team match can get out of hand quickly if he doesn't mount an offense soon.
The beauty of tag team competition is that he doesn't need to take the entire brunt of the opposition's attack. Though the thought of making a tag doesn't necessarily appear to be on his mind right now.
You never want to count a competitor out, but things don't seem to be going in his favor here tonight. Drew McIntyre got him there.
Right now they've been a little bit of a rivalry with Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. This tactics has come to Raw. Huge suplex from McIntyre, launching Dalton across the ring. Dalton in the reversal. Our trip to the Shield corner. And in comes Roman Reigns for a
Roman Reigns has been told his whole life he can't do this, he can't do that. But when it comes to the big dog, you can be sure the man who's part of the Samoan dynasty is going to bring the fight with everything he's got.
Roman Reigns, once again the legal man. Versus McIntyre on the rope. And launches McIntyre across the ring using that top rope. Ziggler wants the emergency tag from McIntyre, but not quite going to get it. Roman looking for an uppercut reversal.
Drew McIntyre got him there.
Right punch for McIntyre sends Reigns to the gates. McIntyre forces Reigns up. Outstrip into the corner.
Roman Reigns will continue to fight no matter what the odds, no matter what the environment. Everyone knows what the leader of the Roman Empire is capable of inside the ring.
The word fear is not in Roman Reigns' vocabulary. The power, the agility, and the determination of the big dog means when he's in a match, it's only a matter of time before he assumes control.
Just one moment here while I fix the
audio. And it's reversed.
For some reason, we'll reset again.
Watch out, Roman Reigns is on the attack now.
He doesn't appear to be in a hurry to get up here.
I just don't think he has it in him anymore.
Man, that got him good. He landed a perfectly placed strike. That'll send a message to your adversary, all right. Ross is starting to slow a bit.
All right, hopefully that's about where the levels were before. I'll have to check, of course, after the video and make sure that all the audio levels are correct and my voice isn't being drowned out by the game audio again, like happened a couple episodes ago. But anyways, hopefully you all can hear me okay.
And there's the tag. Roman
Dalton
Reigns
makes
into
the tag
the ring.
to Roman. Roman is going to launch Ziggler across the ring using that top rope.
Now it's Roman Reigns on his heels.
Now attacking the arm
and you
of
have
Ziggler.
to assume his partner is just itching to get
There's
in
a right
there.
from Ziggler and a
It looks to me like his partner's
clothesline
itching
forces
to get in
Ziggler
there.
up.
And now might be
Superman punch from Reigns.
But did he go for it too early?
And Reigns wasting
Oh,
no
man,
time.
Dolph
He's looking
Ziggler
for a
really
spear.
needs
He
to
wants
dig down
revenge
deep.
from his mistake last week.
Here's his chance to win this.
Goes straight into a cover. But McIntyre's in to break that up at 2. All 4 men in the match in the ring now.
And a quick overhand punch.
Roman with a series of heavy right punches. Now again, right punches to the back of
Needs
Dolph
to make it to the
Ziggler.
corner.
Trying to
Oh,
get
he
over
makes
to
the tag.
McIntyre
That
for
was a
munching tag.
Game
And
changer
he'll
right
get it.
there, Michael.
Here comes
Knocked him
McIntyre.
right off his feet.
Ziggler's going to be out of play for about a minute now. Can McIntyre last on his own against the Shield?
Drew McIntyre
Headbutt
beginning to
from
look a little
Reigns.
weak out there. If they want to win this match, he really needs to make a tag
McIntyre
soon.
up.
If you told me heading into this match that he was going to absorb so much punishment, I would have called you a liar. Especially you, Saxton. But then again, I never believe anything that comes out of your mouth.
Drew McIntyre beginning to look a little uneasy. This tag team match is dangerously. Drew McIntyre.
Got all of that one, that's for sure.
Now that's the type of move that sends a
Knee
message
to
to
the
an
head
opponent.
of Reigns. Arship into the corner. Ziggler now back in play for his team. Suplex from McIntyre.
Hoping to make a tag.
Reigns
here.
makes the
And he
emergency
tags
tag to
his partner
Roush.
in.
Now the
Momentum
tables
has
have turned. It's going to be
certainly
Reigns
shifted
out of play for the Shield.
Drew McIntyre.
And Roush
felt that.
outlast McIntyre and Ziggler on his own.
A nice shot by Drew McIntyre.
McIntyre with a huge slam, but he's low on stamina. Can he capitalize?
Not where he wants to be right now.
Forces
You're not
Roush
going
to
to win
his
many
feet.
matches when you're down.
Huge suplex, just launching Dalton across the ring. Now McIntyre,
Drew
we've seen
McIntyre is getting ready.
this move win several matches when McIntyre was Corey's tag team
An
partner.
incredibly athletic
Signature maneuver
move.
connects,
This just
and
might be
Reigns ain't
enough for him
available to
to
make
take
the
victory
save.
here.
Could we see another non-title victory
This
for
is what makes him
McIntyre
one
and
of the
Ziggler?
best
There's
in the
Dalton with a
business.
reversal.
You're not dreaming. This snapmare is for real. What a move. We've seen this before.
Dalton
He is a one perfectly
with an
timed
AA,
slam.
that would turn the
He's running
momentum
on
back in the
fumes
Shield's
here. Does he
favor,
have
but a
enough left
reversal
in
from
him to
McIntyre.
capitalize?
Roman
The
now
force
is
of that
available on
impact
the
should
apron.
put an end to this match right here.
Drew
McIntyre
McIntyre got him there.
hits the elbow drop. Stomp to the chest of Dalton. Forces Dalton up. Irish up into McIntyre and Ziggler's corner. What does Drew have in mind here? He lifts Dalton to the top
A
turnbuckle.
lot of pride on the line here in this tag team encounter, but only 2 of these
Dalton
competitors wind
reverses
up getting
and
what they
what's
came
not
for.
to take flight.
The win.
There's a right from Dalton.
Wow.
And this is with the
Missed
second
by-
It might be
punch,
cliche,
and that's going
but
to
it's
open up
true
a
here.
reversal
It
for
ain't over
McIntyre.
till it's over. Ain't no
McIntyre.
stopping him now.
Ross being
Pile
put to the
driver
test.
to
He
Dalton.
needs to find a way to create some space or else this thing's
McIntyre
over.
again low
Given
on
how bad he
stamina.
looks right now, the
Forces
chances of
Dalton
him
up.
actually going for his finisher for a third time seem incredibly remote.
But hey, when you have as much pride
Back
and
body
character
drop
as he
from
has,
McIntyre,
good
showing
things
off some
He can
impressive
pin his
power.
opponent right here.
And Dalton's going to power out at 2. McIntyre softening the head of Dalton.
This has been a battle.
Forces Dalton to a seated position. Now to a knee.
Flips the script on him
Reversal
there.
from Dalton with a punch. But McIntyre has a punch of his own. Reversal from
Nope.
Dalton.
Reverses it.
Reversal from
Drew
McIntyre.
McIntyre made him pay there. Here comes
McIntyre
Drew
back
McIntyre.
body drop. Again, McIntyre low on stamina, and that's going to give Dalton an opportunity to make the emergency tag to Roman Reigns.
That in the worst way, Michael.
Here comes Reigns.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite
Reversal
like
by
this
McIntyre.
And he gets
Reversal
him
by
with the counter.
Reigns.
A brutal clothesline catches in the perfect spot.
Clothesline and
He
another.
goes down hard.
Yeah, he's not looking very good at this
Ziggler
point.
trying to get an emergency tag from McIntyre, but stuck by Roman Reigns. Reigns powerbomb into a cover, and McIntyre's going to power out at 2. Dalton back on the apron
this might
now
be the end
for
of
the
the road
Shield.
for him, Byron.
Well, if he can't get back
Reigns
to his
turns his
feet,
attention to
you're
the
absolutely
non-legal
right.
man, Ziggler. And now turns his attention back to McIntyre. There's a reversal
He gets
from
him with
Drew.
a reversal. He's simply reminding him
The chop to
that he's
force
here.
Roman on the apron. Now back outside. McIntyre launching
Drew
himself
McIntyre brings the
over
pain.
the ropes.
Just when you thought he had nothing left.
And the fight right back in the spot
Back now inside the ring.
where the match ended last week, but this time Roman's going to
Who knows
Roush
what's broken in there?
McIntyre back into the ring in time. Headbutt from McIntyre.
Oh boy, he is
Looking for
rolling.
another headbutt, this time reversed by Roman Reigns. Forces McIntyre up, Irish up into the Shield corner.
And tagged in is Ross.
In comes Dalton for a double team attack, and Reigns launches McIntyre into Roush for a power
teamwork right there.
Dalton getting fired up now. McIntyre is groggy. What is Dalton going to do? There's
Great
a right
effort
from
for
Dalton.
both these teams, guys, but at this point,
Dalton
both sides
biting
look
his
to be
tongue.
struggling here.
There's another right.
Gets him with a knee there.
And another. This one sends McIntyre on the ropes. Now Dalton leads him across the middle rope.
Few
Or a
superstars are as
splash.
dominant as this guy.
Now Dalton forces McIntyre
Here
up.
we go a second time.
Again looking for the
he
second
lands
AA
the
of the
slam.
match. That
This
connects.
one's over, guys.
Dalton's not done, but first
Drew
by
McIntyre made him pay there.
Ain't no stopping
Elbow
him
drop
now.
that's going to
Drew
bust open Dalton.
McIntyre is bleeding profusely now.
McIntyre forces Dalton up.
Counter here.
Reversal from
Reverses that one.
Dalton, baby rock bottom connects. The finisher of Dalton
Will this be it?
goes into the cover. And Dalton is going to
What
lead
an
the
incredible
Shield
tag team
to a
contest.
victory over Ziggler and McIntyre. They will indeed get revenge for their loss last week.
Here are your winners, Roman Reigns, The Shield.
Nice teamwork by these two here tonight.
That's a big win right there. Anytime you can pin another WWE competitor's shoulders to the mat for the 3 count, you should be proud.
And that's the kind of action we've come to expect here on Raw. What an amazing match.
Okay, here are your results and rankings update for episode 65, Monday Night Raw. And I want to apologize yet again for audio issues and there being no entrance music or victory music for our match. I've been having a ton of issues with my Elgato over the past 24 hours. At this point, I'm just glad I was able to record. I'm probably going to eventually need to buy another Elgato, and those are not cheap. But I'm just glad I was able to record an episode today because it's been a major headache with the Elgato. Over the past 24 hours, I've been getting the Air 43 to where my computer doesn't want to recognize the Elgato. And then obviously once I got the Elgato actually working, was able to record the match, the audio didn't want to work with the audio levels resetting themselves and it not capturing the audio for the entrance music from my computer. So I apologize for all the issues. That's audio, video issues have been going on in the new universe year. Hopefully they'll be improved going forward, and when I have the money, I'll buy a new Elgato, and hopefully that'll solve all of the issues. But for now, we just gotta make do with what we have. Anyway, that's enough rambling. Let's get on with our rankings update and results for this edition of Monday Night Raw. Natalya got a non-title victory over Alexa Bliss. Elias called out Mojo Rawley, and Mojo Rawley defeated him in a promo battle. Sasha Banks defeated Bayley. As we just witnessed in our WITM matchup, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, The Shield, represented by Roman Reigns and Dalton Roush, defeated McIntyre and Ziggler. Braun Strowman defeated Mike Kanellis. Universal Champion Kevin Owens defeated Jinder Mahal in non-title action. And Heath Slater and Rhino got a non-title victory over the Raw Tag Team Champions, The Revival, in the main event. So how does that affect the rankings on Raw? Let's find out. Our final Raw before Backlash, so this does have Backlash implications. Starting with the Raw women. Alexa Bliss is Raw Women's Champion. Her number 1 contender is Natalya. Number 2, Sasha Banks. Number 3, Ember Moon. Number 4, Nia Jax. Number 5, Ronda Rousey. Number 6, Bayley. Number 7, Sarah Logan. Number 8, Liv Morgan. Number 9, Mickie James. Number 10, Ruby Riott. Number 11, Dana Brooke. So we have our first confirmed match for Backlash in 6 days. Alexa Bliss is going to defend her Raw Women's Championship against Natalya. Then the Raw Tag Team Division. The Revival of Raw Tag Team Champions. Their number 1 contenders are the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, The Shield. Number 2, the B Team, formerly known as the Miz Taraj. Of course, no longer allied with the Miz, where after the Miz got traded from Raw to SmackDown during the Superstar Shakeup. Now they're calling themselves the B Team. Heath Slater and Rhino are 3rd, Ziggler and McIntyre 4th, Authors of Pain 5th, The Ascension in 6th, Titus Worldwide 7th, The Leader of Rules 8th, and Breezango in 9th. In the Intercontinental Championship rankings, Bobby Lashley is Intercontinental Champion. Number 1 contender is Kevin Owens. Number 2, Sami Zayn. Number 3, No Way Jose. Number 4, Roman Reigns. Number 5, Bobby Roode. Number 6, Baron Corbin. Number 7, Mike Kanellis. Number 8, Dalton Roush. Number 9, Jinder Mahal. Number 10, Corey. Number 11, Goldust. Number 12, Mojo Rawley. Number 13, Seth Rollins. 14, Braun Strowman. 15, Dolph Ziggler. 16, Finn Balor. 17, Kurt Hawkins. And number 18, Zack Ryder. Now, Kevin Owens is the number 1 contender. However, he will be busy at Backlash defending his Universal Championship. So, taking Kevin Owens' place in the Intercontinental title match will be Kevin Owens' friend, the number 2 contender, Sami Zayn. So, another confirmed match for Backlash is going to be Bobby Lashley defending the Intercontinental Championship against Sami Zayn. Speaking of Kevin Owens, he's the Universal Champion. He will defend his Universal Championship at Backlash against Dalton Roush's tag team partner, the number 1 contender, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns looking to bring even more gold over to the Shield via the Universal Championship at Backlash. The number 2 contender, Braun Strowman. Number 3, Jinder Mahal. Number 4, Dalton Roush. Number 5, Sami Zayn. Number 6, Bobby Roode. Number 7, Corey. Number 8, Seth Rollins. Number 9, Bobby Lashley. Number 10, Finn Balor. So those are your rankings updates following the session of Raw, the go-home Raw before Backlash. As I mentioned, we have 3 confirmed matches from the Raw brand for Backlash. Alexa Bliss defends the Raw Women's Championship against Natalya. Bobby Lashley defends the Intercontinental Championship in his first defense of that title against Sami Zayn. And Kevin Owens defends the Universal Championship against Roman Reigns. So now we advance to the go-home SmackDown Live before Backlash, where we see Gerald, with the current number 1 contender to the WWE Championship, in action. We will see the Shield in action. They're going to be taking on Sanity in non-title action. And we are not going to see Gerald in action, which is not good news for him. That means he will not be able to control his own destiny. He will need to, so Gerald will need to cross his fingers that John Cena, Shinsuke Nakamura, and possibly Randy Orton all lose their matches. Cena and Orton actually face each other. So Gerald needs Cena to lose. So Gerald needs a Randy Orton victory in the main event, then he also needs The Miz to defeat Shinsuke Nakamura. Gerald will not have an opportunity to, if Gerald had a match, all he would need to do is win, and he would be locked into a WWE title match at Backlash, but the situation out of his hands, he will get the week off on this edition of SmackDown Live, and he will need to hope again that The Miz defeats number 3 contender Shinsuke Nakamura, and that number 4 contender Randy Orton defeats number 2 contender John Cena. If both Cena and Nakamura lose, it will be Gerald versus Kane for the WWE Championship at Backlash. So we have to wait and see what transpires on this edition of SmackDown Live in episode 66, where The Shield takes on Sanity in non-title action, and Gerald will be paying close attention to the final 2 matches on the card. Number 3 contender Shinsuke Nakamura versus The Miz, and number 2 contender John Cena versus number 4 Randy Orton. Gerald, I believe, is still in the U.S. title hunt as well if he can't get a WWE Championship match. So, if Nakamura does defeat The Miz, and I would take Gerald out of the WWE Championship match, that could still potentially be enough to get Gerald a U.S. title match against John Cena. So there's a lot of complicated things that could or could not lead to Gerald getting a title match, but what the number 1 best case scenario, of course, will be a WWE Championship match. So it'll be interesting to see what happens on SmackDown Live. We'll see you then for episode 66, the Go Home SmackDown before Backlash. Until then, this is Corey, for WITM Kyle Wrestling, signing off.